So I just posted a video on Facebook about serial killers and how no one could ever believe after they're arrested that they committed those horrible crimes and that they were so evil. Even people in their immediate family are stunned because, like this video explains, they manipulate everyone around them like a marionette. And one of my husband's favorite songs is Master of Puppets. He is a master manipulator. You know, there was a time I would have protected him with my life, and I even risked my life at one point to protect his life. And I loved him very much at one time. Very much. But he is a monster. He's a monster. And having to face that was it fucked my mind. I'm going to tell you the truth. I really bought this innocent, childlike. At least that's what he does with me. I don't know what kind of fucking acts he has with other people, but to me, he plays on my maternal instincts, and he seems so childlike and afraid, and I just wanted to protect him. So another trait that they share is pornography addiction. Serial killers, murderers in general. Pornography addiction is a big thing, and childhood abuse, in particular psychological abuse. And I could tell you that I lived in his mother's house for 6 months when we were newlyweds. And the emotional abuse, the psychological abuse is nonstop. It was one of the most toxic environments I have ever been in. And you would never know that if you weren't living there, because she comes off to everyone like this Aunt B, this wholesome, grandmotherly person, and she is fucking mean. She's so fucking mean. And it's all backhanded compliments. It's all very passive aggressive, It's like, oh, hi, how you doing? Oh, that's great. And then boom, she'll fucking insult you, and fucking laugh, And that's all they do is talk shit about people. They sit around their table and they fucking eat junk food and just gossip and tear everybody apart, and then talk shit about someone, and then as soon as they see him, oh, fucking hi, how you doing? My brother-in-law, my sister's husband's mother, I met her. We were having a barbecue or something in the back, and she told me, you know what? As soon as I fucking leave, they're going to talk about me. That's what they do. She was a really cool lady. And she was right, and that's what they do, and they do it to everyone. No one's immune. No one's immune. So he was subjected to tremendous psychological abuse as a child, and that made me want to heal him. We fucking make this mistake as empaths all the time where we want to fix everyone, And it's heartbreaking to know that you cannot fix anyone. We can't. They have to be willing to be completely honest and forthright and be willing to get help, and then you can support them in their journey. But we cannot, as empaths, heal them, and it's heartbreaking, isn't it? I wanted to save him from himself. I knew his mother was a monster. I saw what she did. She was horrible. I had cancer when I was there. I had cervical cancer. And I had a LEEP procedure done, and that causes a lot of patients to just experience a very deep depression. It's a clinical symptom of that surgical procedure. Isn't that weird? I wonder what the physiology is behind that. I never looked into it. But I went into a fucking bad depression for about a month, and I was just crying. I had to recover in bed, and I couldn't do anything. And she said, I wish that I could lay in bed and cry all day. Oh, do you wish you had cancer too? Fucking psycho. Oh my God, that's just one thing. I mean, there's so many. And, because of my Hashimoto's, it wasn't fucking stabilized. And, your hair thins out if your Hashimoto's isn't in check. And she said something about this hair regrowth treatment. Is this yours on the table? No, bitch, it's not mine. Her daughter bought her that regularly. She knew it was hers. But she just wanted me to feel bad about my thinning hair, because she's a cunt. But anyway, yeah, he's a dangerous fucking person. But, with his head down and his soft voice and his shoulders slumped and his baggy pants, and you just fucking think, oh, this poor guy. I did. I don't blame anyone else for falling for it, because I live with the motherfucker. I lived with him for several years, was married to him, and he had me fooled. So, I don't blame you for fucking falling for it too. But another thing that serial killers share, another trait, is zero remorse. They cannot experience empathy. And when I was dying, I was going through tremendous fucking horrible shit. Horrible stuff. Losing control of my bladder and my bowel, that was fucking terrible. To be in your 40s and lose control of your bowel and bladder is fuck. It was... Yeah, so, and the pain would be so bad that from the lymphedema and the kidney failure and then my Addison's and the Hashimoto's, I would punch myself because hitting myself felt better. It was some sort of relief. So I'd punch my legs, and just fucking moan in agony. Fuck, it was fucking terrible. I had to be on that machine 3 hours a day, crawling to the bathroom, throwing up, diarrhea, throwing up and diarrhea at the same time. The fucking dizzy spells. Oh my God. Before I got diagnosed with Addison's, there was one time where I felt like I was on a fucking tilt-a-whirl. That's how bad the room was spinning, and I was hanging onto the bed. I couldn't see anything. I managed to call him, and I was fucking terrified. That went on for a long fucking time that day. And he would see me like that. And his face would just be flat, just expressionless. No emotion. He never cried. He never cried when he saw me like that. I've been through some shit. Never once did he fucking cry. Not once. And in the hospital, he put on a big show and was kneeling on the floor with his arms spread by my feet. Like he was just, so concerned for his poor injured wife. It was all a show. I had to tell him, you better get me flowers, because they're going to think you did this to me. You have to act like, fuck it. I was trying to protect him. It's pretty common for domestic abuse victims. We protect our abusers. So I had to tell him to get me flowers. He put on this big show, you know. I was so skinny when he did that to me that while I was in the hospital, I started to develop a bed sore. It's not the fault of the staff, you know. I mean, I could turn myself. If someone can't turn themselves, that's the fault of the hospital staff. But I could, you know, but they could still get in trouble, and I really don't want them to. So it's no fault of theirs. I should have been turning back and forth. But with the chest tube in, that was really difficult for me to do that, you know? It caused me pain, so much pain to move. And I was ordered Dilaudid every hour plus Norcos. Dilaudid is more powerful than morphine. That's how bad it was. And he never cried about that. And he, to this day, says that I deserved that. You've heard the video. He said it on video when he wasn't aware I was recording him. Like it was self-defense. I was so skinny, I was starting to develop a bed sore on my sacral spine, or was it coccyx, right there by the end of my tailbone. Yeah, it was the coccyx. Yeah, I was that fucking skinny. I was so skinny. I had no ass. It was just skin. It was skin. I had the ass of a fucking 90-year-old. I look like a concentration camp victim. You're going to tell me that you had to defend yourself against me? Oh my God, I want to get out of here so fucking bad.